Good evening. My name is Dr. Jimmy McDowell, MC of 4F's Fear Fame Film Festival. And tonight I have with me,
Ian Stefanovich, CEO of Cap Studios and one of the producers of Uncivil War.
we just got to premiere that movie. It was an hour and a half of pleasure. We just lived that part of America. I mean,
We did.
COVID, just, civil unrest.
Yep.
And you captured it amazingly.
Well, we had a great crew and a great cast, and we had really had a vision. I should say my brainchild of David Saracusa, who wrote it and executive produced on it and brought me in to bring in the crew and the cast, and we kind of melded ourselves together because he was with another production company that started out with this project, and because of the whole Trump issue and all that kind of stuff and the George Floyd, they just said, we're not going to touch it. So when David came to me and asked me if I wanted to produce it, he said, well, Cap Studios do it. And I said, well, let me take a look at the script. I saw it. I said, sure, let's do it. And he said, Hollywood's not going to have a negative issue in regarding, do you do it? And I said, look, I grew up in Hollywood, fourth generation in the industry. I said, I moved to Florida 15 years ago. I don't know them anything. They don't know me anything. Let's do it. And we did.
And not knowing that you were from California, I noticed a couple little digs and tweets back and forth in the movie and then the script. Were you able to? Have you been on both sides of the screen? Have you been acting and have you been on the back?
I started out as a child actor at the age of 4. Did a boatload of McDonald's commercials and guest spots on different shows throughout the 60s and 70s. Took some time away, then came back and did my formal training. And I was mostly in stage. I did a lot, Cats, Evita, Jesus Christ Superstar, things like that. And then in the 80s, I did a lot of, because I'm a hoofer, so I'm a dancer, singer, actor.
Gotcha.
And I did a lot of rock videos. Did Thriller with Michael Jackson, and I did a couple of Toto videos, Roseanne, and some of those when I was a slim 175.
We know
a lot
those
of fun,
days, yes.
right? And then when I moved here, I worked at Universal Studios for a long time, worked my way up the ladder, and then had 2 kids. Walked away from the industry when we moved here in 2009. Thought I was going to retire, and I felt like Al Pacino in Godfather 3. Right. Just when I thought it was out, they pulled me back in, and that's where I'm at.
Your passion. I can see the nice thing about being a child actor, a child around the business. Mm-hmm. You have a vision that even now you look back and you think how simple it was, and you can make it simple now. This movie to me was so easy to write because we just lived that very hard part of America, and you didn't pull any stones. I mean, the amazing part was everything that's happened on screen happened in real life.
It was. And, we were still toying with the idea of whether or not it was going to be well received or not. And we had a great director with Andrew Huff, and Chris McKechnie was our cinematographer. And they were a tag team, and they've since moved from Texas to Nashville area. And then we kind of combining all of our efforts and our talents, and then with me bringing in Dan Roebuck and rescinding in Zeta Vander and Lisa Yambo and a few local talent here, and our Heather Fraley, our organizer, was also one of the actresses in our movie. Right. So we had a great time pulling it all together, and the chemistry was just we shot it in 3 weeks. We had a real interesting time frame. When Dave gave me the script and gave me to produce it, I went, okay. I said, if these guys have a deadline, we had it October 18th. It was given to me October 1st. And I said, I talked to Chris and Andrew, and I said, can we push this back to Halloween on the 31st? Can we start then? Because that was on a Monday. And they said, okay, we'll agree. We'll do that. So I did 3 months worth of work in 3 weeks' time. And we shot it for 3 weeks.
I think it came across as there was no drag. There was nothing. You knew you were on a tight frame, but it came across on the screen. And it meant something to me because I'm in a relationship right now that's just like that because I got a couple of these. Did you hear just what happened? I mean, that's the life that we live.
Right,
so
right.
America can have divided views as long as we stay American.
Agree to disagree.
Absolutely.
I have lost some friends on Facebook because of social issues, whether conservative or liberal. But the point is, I really try to convince those that I've talked with, as we have with this film, and has been very well received. We're at 98% on Rotten Tomatoes of approval and 96% on IMDb. So we've had a great response. This is probably closer to the 20th screening we've had. And this is, I think, one of the last ones before we take it to the next level. But everywhere we went in Dubai and here, and we had our screening down at the Sundial in early June, and in all around Florida, Texas, Georgia, Alabama, Tennessee, Kentucky, and so forth. So it's been wonderfully received.
I just want to see what the reception is in LA. We'll go from there.
Well, we'll
It's
see.
a different one.
Yeah.
Thank you so much
Yeah.
for bringing that
Oh,
to
my
the
pleasure.
screen.
My pleasure.
Thank you, my friend.
Thanks
Thank
for
you.
having me.
Peace out.